Okay. Am I actually live on Twitch? I am. Let's get some music going.
U-Track.
Oh, ads.
Powerful projects. Tasks.
Okay, so am I actually live on YouTube right now? How do I tell? I'm definitely live on Twitch. Am I live on YouTube? I have no idea. How do I figure out if I'm live on YouTube? We'll deal with that a different day. Maybe I'm live on YouTube, maybe I'm not. I have no fucking idea. Let's continue with the world map generation stuff. I've got a pretty nice coastline actually, and so this is the first time I've actually gotten this to work. So before I was essentially just generating just terrain chunks without any edges on them, just endlessly around the player character. And now I have this world map that is actually generated at runtime. And so it'll be random, seeded random for every playthrough. And what I want is to be able to have each pixel in this 128 by 128. Oh, I got a follow already, K-Pop Esco. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks for joining me. Do I have 3 viewers already? This is crazy. Why are you people here? Why are you watching me? Thank you for the follow nonetheless. That's awesome. Almost halfway there towards affiliate. But yeah, I have this 128 by 128 render target here, and I've used a Voronoi noise material that changes on the world offset. And I draw that to a render target. Oh, it's your little brother? Awesome. Well, I appreciate you manipulating your little brother into giving me a follow. Welcome back. I'm surprised you're awake already. I feel like you stayed up pretty late. How was your project? How did that end up last night? But yeah, I'm just trying to get each pixel of this image to be a terrain chunk. And so all these ones that are like inside the island, I can generate just like I was before. Now, the ones on the edges, I can't just have that be just a straight edge, so I created a fall-off map to put on those edges, and that's what we're seeing here. It's pretty sharp, but it is an edge nonetheless. It's a start. And I actually fixed my problem from last night, which was I thought this couldn't be generated at runtime because I read some comment about it. But the problem I was having was this pin right here was connected to base color, and apparently to put it into a render target, it needs to be on emissive color, and I just figured that out this morning. So we're back. We're back, baby. We are so back. I thought I was gonna have to completely change like every way that I was doing things, but I don't necessarily have to. But now I just need to get my player onto some actual land. So I'm gonna change up my offset for that material render target to try and get the player to actually spawn on some land so we can test it out better. Okay, interesting. This is just generating. This is what I used to have working. I mean, I guess it's still working technically. God, I wish. Should I just build like a mini map right now so I can like test this better? With the help of coffee, I should be able to get a lot done today. And I have 2 right now. I got a backup coffee. I'm double fisting this morning. View on YouTube. Oh, I am live on YouTube. Okay. Fun. I actually am live on YouTube. Cool. Cool. But yeah. So I'm wondering, I'm like too far over? I have to look at my texture here. So if I'm at 0, 0 in this, I'm somewhere around here. Maybe I need to... I want to move it a little bit so I can see the edges. So let's move it up or down. Maybe Y50. See how that works. Okay, I'm spawning in like the same spot. Do I have any edges? I do! Oh, look at that coastline. That's almost good. That's almost good. So some of these connect actually pretty well. So the blue lines are the edge of each chunk. The corners though, yeah, this isn't exactly... My fall-off map is not fall-off mapping perfectly. I'm gonna turn off the... My logs are going crazy because I have a bunch of mobs spawned, so I'm gonna turn that off. Let's boot that up and look at it again. Okay. I'm gonna get to the top of the mountain here. So I can actually see... Okay, never mind, I cannot see. Interesting. So let me look at the world map. Let me pull that up. Try to figure out where I am on the world map. And so if I'm at 0, 0... God, I wish I could show coordinates on here. It'd be like right there. So... Actually, if I click on what chunk this is, what chunk is this? This is terrain chunk 3, 3. So if that's 3 in the Y direction, and okay, so it'd be like this, right? So this is like this coastline. I'm like right here, I think. This is actually kind of cool that this is matching up pretty closely. I mean, this is like literally first try. I literally just got this working, so I think this is a pretty damn good first attempt. Now these ones, why are those there? Where are you coming from? I almost want to... What do I want to do? I want to figure out some way to correlate each chunk to this map so I can know what each chunk is supposed to be. How do I get that kind of information? I could just create like a little in-game map. Should I do that right now? To basically just display this texture and then like try to put the character on the map, and then maybe I could just draw some like debug lines, like, you know, splitting it up so I could see the chunk. Would that be good? It's like I could either do that right now, or I could look into getting some of these connected a little better. Because like this one, it looks like the fall off is only happening on one side. This is like a bottom side fall off. Actually, do I have the fall off sides exposed at all here? I don't think so. Maybe I should, you know what I'm going to do right now? I want to make those a U property so I can actually see them. Let's create a field for that. It's most certainly not an int. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to look at this in editor, am I? because it's because of the way the enum is declared. Right? Is it gonna get mad at me for this? Okay, let's save everything. We're gonna rebuild. Would you like to? Sure. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Yeah, because I have to do t enum as byte. Then I'm gonna have to like update everything, aren't I? Every parameter that tries to use that. Okay. So fall offset. This needs to return a t enum as byte. Let's just copy that so I don't have to type that out so much. Okay, that's good. What else is failing? Is that all I need to change? I feel like there was more. We'll just build and see what fails. Gotta go. Came in to say hi. Good luck on the game today. Oh, thanks. Have a good day. I hope you have a good day. And I hope you got enough done on your project last night. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. See, I knew it. I knew things were gonna fail. So we want that to change. Also that. Is that the only thing? I think so. Whoops, no, not that one. I want to debug. Uh-oh. More is failing. I don't think I have to do this anymore now. Yeah, nice. Oh, oops. Refactoring. How's the YouTube stream looking? One watching. Is that me? I think I'm probably the only one watching right now. Yes, yes, yes. Open, open, open. Okay, so did I make that? I hope I actually toggled that to visible anywhere. I did. Okay, so now we can see what each chunk is supposed to be, fall off wise, like which edges. So let me look at I'll just pick this one. Fall off, so this is right. Okay, so just that. And this is 3, 3, coordinate 3, 3. This is 3, 2. So that's the God, my coordinates are kind of backwards from my... fall-off sides. I will need to keep that in mind and fix that in the future. So this is bottom and right. That's correct. This corner rounded very nicely. It's kind of interesting that there's like this river along the side, though. Kind of seems to be that way for everything. And this was just probably bottom. And so what is this one? This is supposed to be bottom and right? And so what is my... I gotta look at my logic here. Is it my fall-off generator? Where do I get the fall-off sides? If it equals 0, I add that side. Which is interesting because this is supposed to be 0. This has fall-off sides, bottom and right. This has fall-off side bottom. And if it has bottom, if it has a bottom, add fall off side bottom. I may be doing, am I doing that upside down? Some of it looks okay, some of it doesn't. Y chord plus 1. God, I wish I could see. Because if it's 0, it shouldn't have... Oh, you know what? I bet that's... So, okay, I think I know what's happening. I should say something like... I need a guard up here to say something like if the, do I need the adjusted chunk coordinate? I do need it. I'll just be like, I need to comment this. Adjusts the coordinate, the chunk coordinate to the world map coordinates. World map 0, 0 is top left, whereas chunk 0, 0 is center. Yeah, and so we're going to check this, and we're going to be like, if this is 0, then we basically just shouldn't render it. Maybe I should do that check before this. Somewhere like... I need like a... There's just so many mechanisms happening in this class. Could I just not request the mesh? I feel like that's going to cause issues. So I think for now what I'm going to do is just say if this is equal to 0, then we're gonna... We're going to return all of the sides and not do the rest of the logic. Top, bottom, left, right. So let's run that, and we'll see if we get rid of some of these dangling chunks. I hate dangle chunks. Stop, play. Okay, I do be seeing that We got rid of those. And so I knew these types of corners were going to be an issue. I knew that these were. So this is actually interesting to me that this only did bottom, because I have one on the right. Yeah, so I need, like... Yeah, I knew I was going to need stuff like this. So essentially what's happening here, let me look at the world map texture. What I have here is something that, like, this chunk, like right here. The fall-off map is... It only does top, bottom, left, right. And it just kind of tries to chop off that side. Like, this has a fall-off map on the bottom right here, and so you can see kind of just slice that at the bottom. And if I were to do a fall-off map on, you know, either left or right, it would only render, it would do this, it would only render one corner. What I need, though, is the inverse of this, which I don't have, and I don't have logic to do that. That's why these corners look not good. And that's going to be some really annoying logic to get right. And why are you this? This is actually looking pretty sweet, though. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Congrats, you can use advanced YouTube features. Yay. I didn't know you couldn't put clickable links in your YouTube video descriptions until you, like, did this verification process. And, like, I had to, like, take a video of my face and, like, I had to, like, show my phone my entire face. It was kind of weird. But, that's over with now. Okay, so I need to, one, identify these scenarios. Do I fix this now? Do I fix this now? Yeah, I mean, it's what we're working on, so might as well. So basically, we're only checking top, bottom, left, right. We need to check all 6 directions. 8, I mean, all 8 directions. Oh, that's gonna be... We're going to need to add more fall-off sides. Bottom left, bottom right. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be... I almost need a different fall-off map for this. A different logic. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all this working together. What are the, is it cardinal directions? Cardinal directions? What are the, yeah, those are the 4 northeast, southwest. I mean, I should probably change it to northeast, southwest. I just don't have a good system right now for determining what's north. What are the other ones? Ordinal. Is that what it is? Yes, okay. I'm just gonna copy all that, and we'll... So I need, like, -1 is top, and -1 is left. So -1 will be top left. If we do -1 +1, that'll be top right. And then we need to do +1s here. +1, and so this will be bottom. Bottom +1, -1, what is that? Bottom left. This will be bottom right. Okay, so we've identified those scenarios. Ooh, and I need to do these if adjusted, okay. I'm looking at these first conditions I have in these if statements. If adjusted chord equals 0, yeah, I don't want to do -1 then. But I will have already added. I don't think I need these. Yeah, what am I going to do on the edge of the map? I mean, that's what conditions I have here. I have no idea how I'm going to handle those. I mean, we're going to treat the edge of the map as a 0, I think. Like, the pixels that are off the edge of the map are just going to be zeros. So if our x-coordinate is 0... Yeah, but I don't think I need to add any of these coordinates in that. Because this is for the ones... This is for the ordinal directions, the diagonal directions. And so I don't think I'm going to need to... Yeah, because why would I need diagonal? It's already going to have, like, if I'm at the corner or on any edge, I won't need this. Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I'm sticking to it. But I do need guards here. Say adjusted y chord greater than 0 and adjusted x chord greater than 0. I should just, what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to put this all in one condition and do a guard instead, because I don't want to put these on every single one of those if statements. It's just going to get messy. If they're greater than 0 and they are less than size, it's not -1, just size. Because if they are equal to, yeah, then they'll be off, and that'll be the plus, yeah. So if any of those, I'm doing this opposite, actually. These need to be ors and opposite. And so we would need -1. And we'll go greater than or equal to size. And we'll do less than or equal to. That should never be the case, but just in case. Then we just return fall off sides and we don't do the rest of it. Yeah, so we've captured those cases. We've captured these ordinal direction cases. There's one, there's one. Now comes the hard part where I actually have to generate a fall off map for just one corner. And so I'm gonna need to switch. I'm gonna need to, and I don't know why the hell this one's here. So these ones aren't rendered. That's fine. But this one is not. I'm wondering if it's... Yeah, what is this one? Coordinate 70. No fall off sides, which is... So there must be one here. There's one here. What are the fall off sides on this one? This one is just bottom. And so that must mean, I don't know what case this is, what this is covering. Because I think if the one to the left has fall off side bottom, so for this one to have no fall off sides, so I think maybe there's one that's supposed to be generated right here that's not. It's, you know what, maybe I should walk that direction real quick, see if I can get that one rendered. I think it's that direction, so I'm just gonna run this way for a bit, because all these chunks are generated based on the player position, how far the player is. Okay, something got rendered here. I was right. Okay, so there was one that's going to be generated here, and so this is just another of the same case. Oh, this is going to be a nice little bay area. This is so exciting. This one is interesting. What are the fall off sides for this? Top, bottom, left, right. Yeah, so top, bottom, left, or not right. Top, bottom, left. Okay. And so this one, yeah. Some of these are going to be really, really interesting fall-off maps. And by interesting, I mean a pain in the ass. I want to keep going. I want to explore the shoreline so bad. I can't wait till I start getting into like biome stuff as well, which is where I'm planning to go next with the terrain system. Got a nice floating mountain over there. Hey, Dr. Elliott, what's up, man? How you doing? We got everything working from yesterday. So check this out. Check out these coastlines. Huh? Isn't that sick? We got some literal corner cases that we have to cover. But most of them are looking pretty good. So I got the like north, south, east, and west fall-off maps working. Top, bottom, left, right. And it's just these corner cases where it's like left, on the left side we have a chunk that's rendered, you know, on the bottom side, on basically all north, southwest, all cardinal directions, things are rendered. But in the ordinal directions, the diagonal ones, it's not. And so right now my fall off map, and I'll switch over to this in a second, but my fall off map only does top, bottom, left, right. So it can't only do one corner, which is what I need here, essentially. I need to like round this corner off. And same with this one, you know. Yeah, I'm just running my player over there. And I just got some mountains that are... Yeah, see this one, God, that's going to be an interesting... That's going to create some islands right there. And it seems to like... With the way I have my fall-off map generated, it seems to it's going to make like an outline river around the outside, which is an interesting side effect. Looking sick? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I literally... So like last night, my world map wasn't being rendered at runtime, and I found some comment on some forum somewhere that was like, oh yeah, you can't render those at runtime, and I was like, ah, son of a bitch, my whole plan is ruined now. But I figured out my problem was, this is the material that I'm trying to render to that render target at runtime. I had this pin in base color, which apparently, if you want to render it to a render target, it needs to be an emissive color. So that's literally the only thing that was wrong. And I changed that at some point, and I don't remember when, but that's what made that stop working last night. And so I switched that, and we're off to the freaking races. But yeah, I'm just gonna explore this coastline a little bit. So this one's looking a little awkward here. Stop. Could fall through the world right there. We'll just hop up on it. Yeah, why is this one getting rendered? Oh yeah, because that's the corner. It's kind of hard to, it's actually hard to tell from this level. Because it's blended, it's actually blended pretty well. Look at that. Oh, that's so deep. It's actually kind of spooky. Like, almost like thalassophobia. Oh no. You know, if I ever get like down the road when this is like super polished, I'll definitely do like an underwater pass and, you know, make this actually have some foliage and stuff down here, maybe some creatures and whatnot. This is sick though. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the map display level is what I want here. Okay, so this is an example of my fall off map. So we want fall off map. Yes. Okay, so this is rendering a mesh for what is being subtracted. So this is top. So it's higher on the right side, which is the right side on the screen is actually top. So it's more like this orientation, but it's higher on the top than it is on the bottom. That's what we want because we're subtracting this. We're using this to subtract. And so if I were to do top plus like right or left, it's gonna, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I need the inverse of this for an ordinal direction. And math is hard, so this is gonna be a pain in the ass. But essentially what I'm doing, let me get out paint here. So I have my chunk here. And my chunk has, it's about 240. So down here is 240, 240. And so for each point in this, I'll put 0, 0 up here. I say, what is the distance from this point to the opposite sides? And so like if that's 0, 0, it would be 240. And I'm like, okay, what's the max distance, which is 240? And then I divide those. And so I say like point distance divided by the max distance, which is 240. So this would actually equal 1, which is what we want, right? So if you're farther away from the opposite side, we're going to subtract more. So that would be 1. And as these points go across, like this, it's going to get down to 0. So it would get like a 0.50 or 0.5 here. But what I want to do is only do this in one quadrant. I essentially just want to like subtract from one quadrant. And so I'm gonna need some cases here. So I have like isn't top, isn't bottom, isn't left, isn't right. And then I have my fall off sides that I should be applying. And if I'm thinking about this correctly, I should never have cardinal and ordinal fall offs on the same chunk. It should either be one or the other. Right? If I have a diagonal fall off, I will never need to fall off northeast, south, or west. Only the in-between directions. So I'm wondering if I can safely just like, you know, oh, maybe I should put this into a function that just says like handle cardinal direction, handle cardinal fall off. And then I can have another function that says handle ordinal fall off, and maybe that'll make it easier for me to break this down. Because like trying to account for all these scenarios together is going to be just a massive pain in the ass. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, I'll just do void handle Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. Just like put all these variables, pass all these variables in. Okay, is that all I need? And the map, I guess. Yeah. Well, should I pass the map in? Or should I return the value? I think I'll return the value, rather. Which would be a float. Okay, that looks good. Wait, where's my... Okay, I guess I can't generate. Usually Writer will generate those for me. Oh, I wonder if it's because it's not like a UObject class, it's just a plain C++ class. That is probably why. So we'll say we're going to remove all that. And I'll just be like, if, let's make a value. We'll say if fall off sides, we just need to check for one, because they should never happen together. And I'm banking on that being the case. We'll see if it actually is when I get to running this. But we want to value equals handle cardinal fall off. Pass all the fall off sides, not just top. What is your problem? Called a non-static function member with, okay, so it should be, it's static. We good. Else, if fall off sides contains top right, we're going to do a new one. I'm just going to copy that. Delete everything. We'll just return 0 for now. Handle ordinal fall off. Do the same here. And so this should, what do I want to default this to? 1 or 0? I think 0. Yeah, we want 0, because if we don't have a fall off side, which this should never get called without something in there. Oh no, we want to check for every single one. Oh yeah, I have to like... Come on, Copilot, one more, you can do it. There we go. Assigned variable is never used. Yes, it is. Nice. Copilot's actually pretty okay at the boilerplate stuff. I will say though that Google's internal AI code helper thing is the best I've seen. But that's probably because it's like specifically trained on all the Google code. And like, I don't know, I feel like these AI code helpers probably aren't very good at game dev. Let's just be honest. It's a very specific niche type of coding. Oh, on my second coffee now. We'll About second breakfast. Okay, so yeah, what do we want to do? What is the math for this? What is the math for this? And so what I'm using here is the percentage away from the opposite side. And that works when we have a straight side. It's not going to work when we have a corner. And what we want is like, if I have something like a bottom right fall off map, let me go back to my wonderful drawing here. If I this is going to be, I don't want this, right? I want this to be closer to 1. And so I'm going to need, and I could have 2, couldn't I? Didn't I have? Yeah, I do, because it's going to be something like this and that when it actually gets generated. Because I had another one that was like, it had left, right, and bottom fall off map. So it was like left, right, and then bottom. And so what is the math here? It's going to be something like, the closer it is to that corner, the higher it needs to be. And so it needs to be like a combination of X and Y, not just X or Y, which is what this is doing. Yeah, because we're doing the max of X and Y. So this needs to be something like, this is going to be 240, 240. Let's say, let's take sample point 50. Not 50, what's the middle? 120. 120, 120. What would I expect this to be? This is going to be, what value would I want this to be? It's going to have to be something like, and so this is 0 to 40. So I want that. And so I'm going to get like, I should do it's going to be absolute value, right? Of whatever corners. I should only have up to 2 if I'm thinking about this correctly. Max 2. And so I'm going to need to get the points for each ordinal corner for the fall off side. So bottom left, 0 to 40. Need to get both the X and Y and then subtract both the X and Y. So minus 120, 120. This would be, it's going to be negative 120, but I'm going to use the absolute value. So it's going to be, this is going to end up being 120, 120. Same with this when I subtract them. And so what would I do? I need to divide that by the max distance. If I divide that by 240, I get 0.5. And is that what I want? I need to divide each of them by 240. And so I'm going to get 0.5, 0.5. And then what? What do I do? Do I just like average it? Let's say I had something like, my point is like, what would this be? This is like, we'll just say 100, 120. And so if I subtract, it's only 100. Ignore that. So subtract 100 from X. Absolute value it, which is 100. Subtract 120 from 240. We get 120 again. It's fine. Divide those by the max. But this is, I need to subtract this from 1 actually. So I need to do 1 minus, because this is going to be, what's 100 divided by 240? Okay, 0.41. So we're gonna get we'll round it to 0.42. 0.5. So I need to subtract each of those because I want higher numbers closer to here rather than lower numbers. So it's going to be how close it is. 1 minus that. And so is this, and then what do I do with those numbers? I have 0.42 and I have 5, so technically that's closer. Should I just average those two numbers? Or do I subtract from 2 and then average, or does it matter? I'm not sure if it matters. Plus 0.5 divided by 2, 0.46. I'm gonna try just the average. We'll try, okay, I think I have it in my head what I want to do here. So, and then what do I want to get the max between, because I'm going to have multiple sides, and so I'm going to need to generate a value for each side that's provided, and then what, get the max after I subtract it from 1. And I think that'll get it. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, so one case at a time. If fall off sides contains, we'll do top left first. Hold on. Oh, hang on. Come back. Come back. And x is less than or equal to size divided by 2. And y less than or equal. Okay, no, that's not exactly what I want. I think the condition is correct. And we're in the top. If we're not in the top, how did I do it up here? If we don't contain bottom, and we contain top, and we're in the bottom. Yeah, I had to like flip-flop them. Do I care where the point is at to do these operations, or do I do the same operations? I don't think I actually care where the point is. I don't think I care. Maybe I will. Maybe I will when I actually run this. So if we have this, then our desired, it's going to be distance to... Well, I would need to subtract it from 1 if I picked the opposite side. So, what do I want to call this? Like... like target X. I'll say distance target X equals, so if I want the top left, it's going to be the bottom right is our distance target that we're going to use. So it's going to be 240 int 32 dist target y is also going to, it's going to be 240, 240. And then I should fmath absolute value, subtract x from distance target x, do the same for y. So distance from x. Same for y. I could probably just do these as vector 2's, and I wouldn't have to have so many variables. I'm gonna keep it like this though. For now, maybe that's a refactor I can do. What is this? What am I looking at? I want to float, and this is going to be percent from opposite, and this is not going to be an edge, it's going to be a corner. Percent from opposite corner. Wait, is that what I want? Because all I'm going to really be doing is changing from picking the max x or y to picking the average of x and y. So if I just had bottom right, this would be essentially 0 distance. And if I have a bottom right fall off side provided, then my target is, or let me do, I'm working on top left. So if I want it to fall off like that, and I don't want this, and I'm on 0, 0, target is 240, 240. Subtract x and y from 240, which is 0. So we're going to take essentially 240 divided by 240. That's going to equal 0. Okay, I think this feels right. It's like percent from opposite corner, and we want 0, right? Because I don't want to. No, I want percent to be 1. If I have a top left, I'm going. I want 0, 0 to be 1. I want to get 1 from this. And so I shouldn't do the opposite corner. Because I want 1 down here. Or no, I want 0 down here, because this isn't falling off, despite my drawings. This is... So I don't think I want the opposite corner. So that's going to be 0, 0. Let me just, like, get the average of these two real quick. Distance target is 0. So if I have 0, 0, and I subtract 0 from 0, oh god, I'm going to be dividing distance from x, and so I'm just subtracting 0 minus 0, 0. They're both going to be 0. 0 plus 0 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. I think this is what I want. Okay, we've got just one side. I want to see what this looks like. See if we're even remotely close. There's a good chance this just does nothing. There's a very, very good chance of that. I got one watching on YouTube, and I think that's just me. That is just me. By the power of coffee, this will work. I recently got an espresso machine, and so I've been just making like iced coffees, and it's so fucking nice. I go a little bit of caramel syrup, just a tiny, tiny bit. Tiny bit. Chocolate milk, espresso, double shot of espresso, ice. Oh, beautiful. Never spending money on Starbucks again. Okay. Here's our fall off map. Delete one of those. Top left. What does this look like? Okay, it is falling. That is fall off technically. Okay, that's not very smooth. So what am I doing here? What am I actually doing? So up here for my cardinal directions, I'm dividing it by the total size. Yeah, that's my problem. So I think I need to divide by size here. Okay, this does not look at all like what I'm wanting. So what do I have here? So for like 50-50, I'm gonna do like two different numbers. For like, we'll say we're at 25-50. Is there a shortcut to just clear everything? Okay, starting over. Here's my chunk. I want it to fall off in the... I want basically this, right? I want this to fall off. This is 0, 0. This is 240. 240. And so what am I doing? Let's take point. Let's take this point. I'm gonna say right here. I'm gonna call this 25-50. Okay, and so for 25-50, what is happening? I'm taking the distance target, which is 0. I'm taking 0 minus 25 and getting the absolute value of that, which is 25. And 0 minus 50 equals negative 50, absolute value though. Isn't this the sign for that in math? That's just gonna make this diagram more confusing though. So we've got 25-50 now. And we divide 25 by the size, which is 240. So I got, divide by 240. And that equals 0.1. And then we're going to divide 50 by, and we got 0.2. So that's actually going to give me I think I do want the opposite. I think I do want the opposite, because that's giving me... I'm just going to try this and see what happens. Is anything happening? I think I'm just getting the same. I mean, yeah, I guess that would make sense if I just got the same thing. This is just flat now. Okay, so that's not it. It ain't it. And so what do if I have 0.1, 0.2, the average of that would be divided by 2 equals 0.15. And so that is the percentage away from what I want to fall off. But if I did 240, I would x minus 240. 240 minus 25 is 215, or 20. Yeah, I think that's right. 215 plus 25. What is that? I think that's 240. So it's going to be like I would get 215 and 190. Divide that by 240. And I get 0.89 and 0.79. Divide that by 2. Add those and divide it by 2. 0.89 plus 0.79 divided by 2. I get 0.84 is the average there. That is the distance away. That seems like such a... I do think I need to subtract it from 1. I mean, I just can't imagine this actually changes the fall-off map. Oh! Something happened. It's still completely flat, though. That's not what I want. I kind of want to log my... No, I don't want to log this. I was just going to make it messy. I mean, I'm feeling like this feels right. It feels right, but it's not. So I'm not sure. .84 doesn't seem. I want the. I don't think I want to subtract it from 1 because I want higher numbers. I want this. I want it to come out to be 0, 0 here and 1, 1 here. So 0.85, 84, that actually seems correct. Okay, we're logging it. We're logging it. plug X and Y in here. I wonder if it's because I'm getting the... I mean, it shouldn't be. We'll see what these look like. See what these logs look like. Draw. Oh lord, she chugging. Oh my god, they're all zeros. I mean, I guess that matches what I'm seeing. That doesn't match what I'm typing. Okay, that's helpful, actually. That is actually helpful. Because that means my math may be correct. Which I would much prefer my math to be correct and something else to be wrong. What is happening here if it contains top left? I mean, it's getting reached. Like, this is getting logged. So why is it always 0? Breakpoint time. Zero minus 240 divided by size. That would be 0. Size is 241, not 240. X is 1. 1 minus 240, or 241. The absolute value of that is 240 divided by size. Too many calculators. So 240 divided by 241. That would be 0.99. So wait, so at 0, 0, that would return... I'm getting all sorts of confused here. So 0 divided by, or 0 minus 240. Okay, yeah, that's the part I was... So if x was 0, I'm going to subtract 240. It should be 241, actually. Actually. It should be size. Actually. I feel like this should be working, but this is still 0. Because y is going to be 0. Y minus 241 is negative 241. Absolute value of that is 241 divided by 241. This should be 1. Distance from y should be 1. This is saying distance from x is 0. Okay, I'm gonna have to log even more here. I'm just gonna log distance as a vector 3 or a vector 2. Oh, dude, oh my god, I fucking hate this. Oh, that's what I fucking did wrong. Yeah, no wonder it was always fucking 0. It's always rounding it. Oh. Can't believe. I cannot believe. The math was right. But I was still wrong. Maybe the math was right. We'll see. Are we still getting zeros? We are still getting zeros. Okay, so I think what's happening now is I have to convert this. Right? I think I have to do this. Now, it's so annoying that you have to do something like that, and it won't, it can't figure it out. What is this telling me? Oh, yeah. Actually, one more thing. Did that actually build? Yeah. There we go. We're getting numbers. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, that is pitiful, though. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Go. That's what I want. I want it all. Okay, now I just need to do the same. Yeah, I think I am actually going to do this as a vector 2. I think it's going to make this a lot simpler. I'm going to say distance target. And then if we contain, we'll be like distance target equals f vector 2f size. And then the rest of this, I'm pretty sure, can happen irregardless of what falloff is provided. Zero 2I f vector 2. There is. I was thinking integer, but it doesn't really matter. We can cast the integers to floats. And then that makes that top right. Distance target should be, I'm doing opposite. Let me confirm that that is the correct. Yeah, I want opposite. That's the right one. And so if I'm on top right, I want bottom left. If I'm in bottom left, that means I want top right, which would be size 0. And then I divide by... Do I divide by size in all cases, or do I divide by my distance target? And I could have multiple of these, so I'm going to need to run them multiple times, actually. So this is not exactly what I want. What is happening outside my house right now? Like a bunch of construction happening like right outside the window on that wall. To the to the window, to the wall. And you know how the rest goes. Yeah, so I need to run this multiple times and then average it. Or not average it, I need to pick the max. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to divide by size or divide by the target. So if I have, get my fancy diagram up here. So if I'm doing a fall off on this side, my target is going to be 0, 0. And so if I have 240, 240, it's going to be 0 minus 240, which is going to be 240, negative 240, but absolute value. And then I would be doing 240 divided by 240. Yeah, because it's really, size is max distance, really. Yeah. Okay, I need to run to the bathroom, so I'm going to take a quick break. Where is my... There we go. It's indicating my dogs need to go to the bathroom, but I am. Okay. So where was I? I was trying to... Yeah, I need to basically compile these. And by compile, I mean like, for every fall off side that I have, I need the value for it. And I need to like get the max, yeah. So I am gonna need to define this up here. So I'm gonna need, yeah, like a function, what do I say? Get dist percent from target. Taking an X, taking a Y. Distance targets and a max distance. I think I would need distance targeting more. Okay, Alright, so we're just going to call this function and pass in everything. And we want to do an fmath max, because we just want the highest value from any given. Might not be initially. Yeah, we want that to be 0. Actually, let's refactor that. Rename this. Make it a little shorter. Percent from target corner. God, I hate the way that formats sometimes. Yeah, we also want size at the end here. Okay, I think this looks good. That looks good. Let's try it out, see what happens. Because I should only ever have 2 of these provided. And they should be not opposite corners from each other. Well, no, I guess it could be anything. I guess it could. Top left and top right. Let's see what this looks like. Wait, did that change? I'm like frozen in the editor right now. There we go. This is a very... Okay, it's interesting. I want to see... That's actually maybe correct. Let me see what this looks like in my other level. I'm gonna need to do some more to it because I think I'm like clamping a little bit in my other... I'm like clamping to like 0.9 or something. But let's just give this a little testy test here. Well, it's doing a lot right now. Oh my god, it's using 18 gigs of memory. Oh god, what am I doing here? Is it because I'm passing fall off sides as a, yeah, that's getting copied, so I'm gonna change that and that to that'll help a tiny bit, I suppose. I mean, it's copying it for every single, yeah, for every single point. Okay, we're finally done generating. Good lord, it's using 20 gigs of memory. Okay, that's kind of... This has bottom right. This doesn't have anything. What is this one? This is bottom right as well. What an interesting... Okay. So I'm gonna need to, like I said, I'm gonna need to, so this one is, So the way these fall off ones are attaching to the rest of the world is a little, because I'm generating it completely differently, it's like not... So I'm definitely going to clamp it down here. Let me just stop running the engine because it is taking up so much memory. Zero and I think I did 0.9 on the other one. Yeah. So we're gonna see how much of a difference that makes. This is actually gonna be trickier. It's gonna be trickier. Blending between these like two different fall off equations. I'm just thinking here, because like I wonder if I shouldn't do... What am I doing here for my cardinal fall-offs? Because I'm subtracting from every single point when I'm doing the ordinal fall-off. I don't think I am... What I would like is a visual textual representation of, like, if I could render the 2D array and just I want to see all the values. Let's see if this runs a little bit better. Oh, I'm logging every single fucking thing too. I should stop doing that. Yeah. Okay, restarting again. Because that's really what's taking up a lot of memory as well. Yeah, that ran a lot faster. Yeah. These ones look good. That one does not. What is this one? This one has a bottom right fall off. So it should be going from there to there. Okay, how do I do this? This is gonna be fucking tricky, man. So, and I need to remind myself what I'm doing here. If we don't have a bottom fall off side, but we have a top one, and we're in the bottom, y distance to opposite edge is size minus y. I mean, this... If I did y minus size here, and then just did the absolute value of this, I think that would be... What do I do here? What the hell do I do to get this to match up? So this is just like, if I'm in the left side, my distance is just the coordinate. If I'm on the right side, I subtract it. But if I were to just do x minus size, so let's say I'm on x coordinate 50. We'll go 40 to make the math simpler. 40 minus 240. What is that? It's negative 200. But then I just get the absolute value of that. It's 200. Is that what I'm doing wrong on the other one? Because that's different than what I have here. Because it went from 40. What is if I don't contain left, and I do have a fall off side right, and I'm in the left side, my x distance from opposite edge is equal to the x coordinate that I'm at. So if I'm at like x coordinate 40, that's not in the left. Let me get paint here. Undo all this. Oh, I can't. Okay, so if I'm at, say, yeah, we'll just say x coordinate 40. X distance, and we have a fall off side right. X distance from, because we're doing distance from this side, if we're on a fall off side right. then that makes sense. But if I have, I guess the difference here is I'm setting I'm doing it a bit differently, but I think I get the same result. So if I had 40 here, and I had a fall off side top right, this would be 0 to 40. And so my distance to this side it's 0, 0. So my distance, it's 40 minus, yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Is it? I think I should change this to use that, because that's a lot simpler to follow. I think this is where the difference is, because I should calculate this for each one and see what the difference is. But if I had one and contains and is in left, but if it's not in the left, we don't care. God, what the hell did I do? But if it's not in the left, then it's just X. It's also X. This is for if it's both. This is for if it's left. This is for if it's right. Oh, this is boggling my brain and bamboozling my... Never mind. So do I change the other one? Do I change cardinal a little bit to match closer to this? God, man. I wish I just remembered entirely what and why I did everything. Oh, and so if we have both, then we're leaving the middle and doing the sides, which is why we did that. I may try to rewrite this. May try to rewrite this. It's like, oh, we're so close though. Like this looks so good right here. What is this one? This is right and bottom right. Wait, what? This is top, bottom, left, and right. Jesus. Wait, why would that be top, bottom, left, and right? I think I need to, rather than the opposite side, I need to do from center. The center should be my target. What if I did 120, or rather, size divided by 2, size divided by 2 for every single one? What if I did distance from center? Because that's kind of what I'm doing. Rather than distance from the opposite corner. Let's see what happens. Oh, if this fucking works. Oh, if this fucking works. I think that's the inverse of what I want. Because this has a bottom right fall off. Yeah, I need to determine if I'm in the bottom right as well, because this is just doing it from every side. I think this may be what I want though. So if I only had I don't think this is what I want. This would need to be actually kind of did the opposite. Let me look at a different one. Yeah, they're all raising towards, so that's like, rather than size divided by 2, which is like 120, 120, do I need to do... Let me subtract it from 1, because it's like inverted. Okay, that's I mean, it's doing all four sides. Let me just do... So yeah, here's where I need my conditions. So hang on, I'm actually going to... Let me undo this. I'm gonna copy one of these. Put it outside. I'm gonna get rid of these conditions, but I want to like... Okay, comment all that out. Put my base one there. I need to guard on the pixel position. So I'm going to say something like if fall off sides contains top left, and I need to, let me first come up with like some bools. Bool B is in top left is going to be if, wait, was that right? X less than or equal to size divided by 2, and Y less than or equal to size divided by 2. Yes. Bool is in top right. X is greater than, Y is, yes, okay. Copilot coming in clutch here. Bottom left, X less than or equal to half, and Y greater than or equal to half. Yes. Yes, okay. I could have multiple fall-off sides. What is the... I'm trying to think of the opposite. If I'm in the top left, and I'm not in the top left, so that, or no, because I don't want those to be true. I want the opposite of that? God, this is going to be a kind of complicated condition. So if we are in the top left, if we have a top left and our point isn't in the top left, that would be true. This would be false. Yeah, this is, I'm just gonna, I wanted to do a guard here, but that is kind of messing with my head. I don't know if you guys can hear the construction outside, but it's kind of loud, so apologies for that. They're like right outside my window right now. Come on, Copilot, you can do it. Yeah, we'll take that. Come on, you got it. Nice. So if we have an XY that is not being cold, we're going to do distance from center. Oh, how I hope this is what I need. It's not at all what I need. So this has a bottom right fall off and it's just not applying. Time to go back to my map display to test this better. So this is rendering my fall off map. This is what I'm getting. Let's just do one corner. Yeah, this isn't going to be what I need. This is not going to be what I need. Why? Why is that the case? First of all, why didn't this apply anything? To those corner chunks. This has a bottom right. Oh my god, it's so loud out there. So this one actually, I think, did apply it. It's just like, yeah, I mean you can see. Yeah. Okay. Commenting that out and going back to what I had before, because I think that was closer, more closer. Yeah, I don't think... Do I just need to do this handle cardinal fall off? But like... So this has a right fall off. And so that's just taking distance to the left side. And if this needs to be bottom right. So I'm wondering if I should just calculate bottom and right and then only take the intersection of the two. What would I do to do that? If I calculated both. And what would I do? Just take the max? Would I just take the max of the points that overlap? I need to I'm gonna switch to my display level here. And give me a top or give me death. No, and give me a right. What does that look like? Okay, so this is the correct orientation. Or what was I looking at? I was looking at a bottom. Do bottom and right. Because that's only going to render that. Am I making... Did I just make this too complicated? If there's something to the bottom right, do I just add a bottom and right? Hang on. I may have just made this way too fucking complicated for myself. I'm gonna be so mad if I went through all this effort when what I already have would work. What was this supposed to be? Bottom and left. I would be really happy if this is what I need. Yeah, so not exactly. It just fucked up all of my sides. What happened here? Yeah, that just messed everything up. Okay, now my original ones are back. This does have a bottom and a right, and it is technically doing that. I really think I need distance from center, though. I really think I need distance from center. Because that looks the same as what I had with like my bottom right and stuff. But I can't, if I do that, it's just everything's distance from center. I almost need like I think what I may need I think I may need something like this. And then everything on this side. Like if I had a bottom right, I would want all these ones to be distance from center. And these ones I would want to be distance from here. And if I had two, I would want to do that one as well. And then these ones, I would want distance from here. Is that what I want? Is that how I need to be dividing this square up? How would I capture that? I would need to determine if a pixel is in the fall off area. And if it is, do the center. Would that work? I wonder if I should just like... If I just multiplied it by 2, if I took... Because this is bottom and right. If I just multiplied this by 2... Like, if I multiplied all the values by 2, would that get me what I fucking want? I kind of want to try that. Handle ordinal fall off. So let me get my... I'm gonna basically run this function, but fall off sides is going to be... We're gonna do it for top. Oh really? Ugh. Ew. Probably, I'm just gonna, because these are gonna need to get created. Essentially, I'm gonna get like the fall off for like each one. And then combine them. Should I get the average? Is it average or max? Feel like max? Because that's, I'm doing a max up here. And then I want to multiply it by 2. Right. Multiply it by 2 doesn't feel right, because then it could go over. Multiply by 2, but clamp it to 0, 1. So I'm essentially going to do this for each one. This could end up being like really wrong. And why am I multiplying it by 2? I'm multiplying it by 2 to get the distance to center, rather than the distance from the opposite side, which is what both of these do. Which is, when I say both, I mean both fall-off maps. Maybe divide by 2? That seemed aggressive. I think divide by 2. That feels more right. Because then I'm not going to work. The clamp is unnecessary now that I've divided by 2. That looks better? Why do I have this dangler? Do I subtract 0.5? To convert it to distance to center? That looks even better-ish. God. If I'm subtracting 0.5, So I have bottom and right. Right is distance from this side. So this corner matches up. I mean, this is why I thought I needed different logic for the bottom right, because that corner matches up. Do I pick the minimum between the two? Or do I do average between the two? Okay, that did nothing. Okay, because minimum between the two is always going to be 0. So let me try the average between the two. Still, what, the average? Let's not subtract by 5, I guess. And we're just like right back where we started, basically. I really feel like subtracting 0.5 was... Okay, so I'm adding the left, like, bottom and right fall-off values for this guy. What if I divided it by 2 again, rather than subtracting 0.5? I'm using the average between the two and dividing it by 2 to change it to center rather than opposite corner. And so when I had the max and subtracting 0.5, I think this was the closest I got to making it match. Right, because that makes the corner match, that corner match, but doesn't make the rest of them match. Then do I just need to subtract by the... Rather than subtracting by 0.5, do I subtract by the max of the opposite? Okay, here's an idea. Here's an idea. Put all that on a new line. So just do it for bottom right so I don't have to type too much. And we're going to subtract by the max of top left. Wait, what's the problem here? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so close. That is so freaking close. That's the closest I've gotten. And then do I clamp to 0.9? Is that why it's different? Because I'm not doing the same clamp? Is that why it's slightly off? Oh, I didn't do anything. We're really onto something here. So we get each of those, and they're all clamped to 0.9. Let's not do that. And see if it matches. Oh, there it is, dude. There it is. Oh, it's fucking gorgeous. Oh, magnifique. Fuck. Oh, look at that coastline. Look at that fucking coastline. I'm wondering why then didn't putting the clamp work then? Because each of these values are clamped to 0.9. Interesting. This is fucking beautiful, though. That one's a little sus. I'm gonna chalk that up to... What am I gonna chalk that up to? I don't know. Oh my god, it looks so fucking good. This one ain't right. Oh, and it's because it's it's doing a bottom left instead. Okay, so let me finish filling these out. Top right minus bottom left. Bottom left value minus, what's opposite of bottom left? Top right. Bottom right and top left. Okay, and now that one over here matches. God, that is so good, dude. I am so fucking proud of this. That was difficult. That was difficult to get done. This is awesome, though. The texturing is a little, like, it's such a steep fall off. So I could definitely do it more gradually. But this is very, very good for now. Quite texturing, quite choppy. Yeah. It looks so good though. Holy fucking shit. So I'm gonna do something a little crazy right here. Do something a little crazy. We're gonna bump up the max distance. Let's double this. It's gonna take a long time to render. And what's double 84? 168. So max view distance is now 168,000. So maybe we'll actually get to see like a whole island. Memory is climbing. It's a lot of vertices to store in memory here. Yeah. 11 gigs, 10 gigs, it's going back down. Actually not too bad for that view distance. Oh my god, look at that, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of all these dangling islands, and it'll be pretty easy, right? So... Let's see if we can figure out where this is on the world map exactly. I think this is right here. Right, because this little thing right here is this. Oh, this is so fucking cool, dude. I can't believe I actually got this to fucking work. This is sick. It is interesting that I have like a moat around the... Oh, what is happening here? There's a little oopsie fucksy here. This has both top left and bottom left. So it's doing a top left and bottom left. Okay, so having... Okay, yeah. So I'm doing else's rather than ifs. I know how to fix this. So change this to if. I don't think this will need to be clamped, but we're gonna keep it there. What we're going to do for each of these is max percent from target corner. This should fix that. This should fix that little, both of them not working together. spawning a lot. It's spawning a lot right now. I don't even know. Was it this one? No. Was it this one? No. Was it this? Yeah, this one. So it was top left and bottom left. So this one isn't 0? Top, bottom, left. Huh. And it just happened to be too small to, or too low, height map wise. you did indeed just hear a wow sound. don't tell Blizzard. I found like this little program that can rip sounds from WoW, so I'm just using them as placeholders. Yeah, I'm just sitting here admiring the fucking work that I've done this morning. Like, this is crazy. So what I've essentially accomplished here is... So let me tell you what I had before first. So I have these chunks. Each of these squares is a chunk. And before, I was just rendering them endlessly, so it was just looking like this. And it just kind of follows the character around, and wherever the character moves, it'll render more, you know, or clean up old ones. But what I wanted to do was I have this world map texture that I'm actually generating at runtime based off of a material noise node. So this guy right here. And so I give it like an offset to, like, you know, pick a random spot on here. And then I'm using the pixel data of that material being rendered into this texture to determine what my chunks should look like, right? And if I'm saying, basically, if I'm creating edges, so like for these pixels here, I want them to have an edge to create like an island, you know? And so there's I have a fall off map applied to the bottom of these ones. And a fall off map is just like, it's like, how much do I want to subtract from... I'm not just a pretty face. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop. It was actually, if you'd seen me struggled with the math, you might have assumed I was just a pretty face. I'm a pretty face that just stumbles into solutions, I think, is probably the best way to put it then. But yeah, a fall off map is essentially, I've just generated, like, for this one, I want a fall off map on the bottom, so generated a series of ones and zeros, or a range of 0 to 1, to subtract from the mesh, each of these chunks. So if I go out here, so like this one, that's a bad one. Let me find one that's actually like an edge. This one? Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll use this one as an example. So you can see here the fall off sides that I have provided, and it's only, right now it has 3 here, but it's only paying attention to bottom. And so it's literally kind of just chopped off the bottom. It's a pretty sharp fall off map, as you can see. And I'll do some work to make that more gradual to make it look better. But yeah, it's taken what would just be another chunk like this and chopped off the edge. And I've done so for this one as a bottom fall off and a right fall off. And so I was actually able to get these fall off maps generated for each side that I want to chop off. And then I was able to apply them to the meshes, and I literally just got it working. Like, the math was really fucking hard, actually. The problem, it actually worked pretty well, but the problem was the ordinal directions. So like the diagonal catty-quartered ones. Doing north, east, south, and west was actually pretty easy, but like getting this to just chop off the bottom corner was what I just got working. And so if I zoom out here, we can actually see where we are on the world map. And we're like in this section right here is what's spawned. And so if the player were to move, it would spawn, you know, it would spawn this whole island. And that's pretty fucking big, right? This is just 128 by 128. And so each pixel is a chunk. So this would generate, this map would be 16,000 chunks. That's insane. It's actually pretty big. So this is actually awesome. Because, like, looking at this little blip right here. That I think that's this part right here. Because like the character spawns at 0, 0, which I think is probably somewhere around here. This is fucking sick. I'm gonna run out to the coast. Maybe chop a tree on the way. Quite laggy. I loaded a bunch of chunks right there. But this is actually procedural tree chopping as well. So that it just sliced that mesh at runtime, where you can see all my fucking debug points and stuff. But it was dependent on where the... Whoops, not wireframe. Do lit. I wanted to show you the... My god, I'm moving around way too fast. The collision. So I'm using the dynamic mesh and geometry script. So this is, I actually attach these collision shapes onto the axe, and so when it hits a tree, like when you swing it and it hits a tree, it'll subtract this big one. So whenever this small one hits the tree, it subtracts this big one out of it. So I think I could probably one-shot this guy. Yeah, there you go. And then I have some wood in my inventory now. Ignore the patented indie physics there. It's pretty difficult because I'm procedurally chopping and deforming these meshes, you have to simplify the mesh because you can't use every single vertice as the collision because it's just way too unperformant. So you have to like simplify it, and because of that, the physics are all wonky. So I need to do another pass on that to make them look better. And you'll probably start to see in the distance here now that I got some clearing. Oh my god, is this not following me anymore? Hang on, I gotta look at something. Oh, it should be. Okay, it just hadn't generated yet. So you can see, like, I'm using a height map to generate each of these chunks, and so each of these are the vertices that I placed. And you can see the higher level of detail one here, the ones that are closer to the player, and then the lower detail ones are the ones out in the distance. And right now I just have 2 LODs, but I can potentially do more differenter levels. But yeah, you can see when some chunks spawn in, it gets super laggy for a second. I think what I changed to do was like only process 1 chunk at a time, or when I say 1 chunk at a time, I mean 1 chunk per frame. Look at this coastline. Ooh. Bro, you can't even see the bottom, it's kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. One of the weird side effects from my fall-off map applications are that there's just a moat around the outside, which is interesting. Not sure. I think it has something to do with how sharply I am making it fall off. Which again, texture is very sharp and everything like that, so... that probably... I'll need to get that fixed and stuff. Yeah, this is awesome. It's actually really fucking big too. And running, 60 frames a second for rendering all that? It's pretty crazy. And like a lot of these... I don't need to render this chunk that's just flat, right? Like I can make those disappear, and like I'll get rid of all these little islands and stuff too, because these were essentially mountains. These were the tops of mountains, like you see. But since I've applied a fall-off map on every single side, it's chopped them all up, and only the tops of the mountains remain. So yeah, I'm really fucking proud of this. I did not think that I was going to get this figured out today. That may be where I stop for now. Take a break, come back on later. Coyote Code, if you want to check out more or ask me questions about it and stuff, I should be on later, and you can ask me, like, whatever questions you want, and I can go over it. Or if you just want to hang out, I would appreciate that. I like hanging out with people and working on this stuff. I'm off work today and tomorrow, and for the weekend, so I'm hoping to stream quite a bit. Hell yeah, follow, that's what I'm talking about, my man. Love that. I'm almost halfway to affiliate. It's crazy. I can't believe there's 20 people. BST time zone. What is that? Is that British Standard Time or something? So I'm later, maybe in like 2 to 3 hours, I'm thinking. I'm guessing, is it like nighttime for you or something? What's BST time zone? It is Brit. I was close. It was British summertime. Yeah, ciao, see you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and chatting, though. It was cool. You came in right at the, like, precipice of my work. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go take care of a sick girlfriend for a little bit here, so I'm gonna hop off, and I'll be back on later. See ya.